When you think of Nepal, you probably picture the towering Himalayas, fluttering prayer flags, and ancient temples. These are the images that instantly come to mind, painting a picture of a mystical land nestled high above the clouds, where adventure and spirituality seem to touch every corner. This is the Nepal of travel brochures, a land of adventure, spiritual quests, and warm smiles. It's a place where travelers seek meaning, challenge themselves on mountain trails, and find peace in the gentle greetings of locals. Visitors are captivated by the beauty, the culture, and the kindness of the people. The vibrant streets of Kathmandu, the breathtaking mountain vistas, and the sense of welcome make it feel like a world apart. But this is only part of the story. Nepal is a country of many layers, and what we see on the surface is just a glimpse of its true character. The Nepal we see in glossy magazines is a highlight reel, not the full reality. These images are carefully chosen to inspire wanderlust, but they rarely show the everyday struggles or the resilience of the people who call this place home. It's the sunrise over Poon Hill, not the struggles of the porter who carried your bag. The stories of those who work behind the scenes, making these experiences possible, often go untold. It's the magnificent stupas, not the polluted river nearby. The beauty and the blemishes exist side by side, but only one usually makes it into the frame. This curated image inspires millions, but it leaves out the complexities and challenges of daily life. The crowded streets, the laughter of children playing near rundown buildings, and the daily hustle are all part of the real Nepal. To truly understand Nepal, we need to look beyond the postcard moments. We need to see the quiet resilience in rural villages, the traditions that endure, and the hopes that persist despite hardship. My journey here is about seeing both the light and the shade. It's about listening, observing, and learning from the people whose stories are rarely told. Nepal is a land of contrasts, staggering beauty, and immense hardship. The same hands that greet you with warmth also toil in the fields, shaping the land and their own destinies. To appreciate this nation, we must listen to the stories that aren't always told. These voices reveal a Nepal that is as complex as it is captivating, as real as it is remarkable. This is a journey to discover the real Nepal, a place of dreams and difficulties, of hope and honesty, where every story matters. Travel documentaries often show Nepal's wonders, epic landscapes, vibrant festivals, and smiling faces. These images are captivating, drawing travelers from all over the world to experience the magic for themselves. But what lies beyond these picture-perfect moments? These stories inspire us, but they can create a one-dimensional view. The lens of tourism often focuses on beauty and adventure, sometimes missing the deeper layers of daily life. The reality for many Nepalis is far from a holiday. For them, the mountains are not just a backdrop, but a place of work, challenge, and resilience. The people who greet us with warmth often face daily struggles invisible to tourists. Their hospitality is genuine, but so are the hardships they quietly endure. I remember Ramesh, a guide in Pokhara, whose smile hid the pressure of supporting his family year-round. His stories, shared over cups of tea, revealed the weight he carried behind his cheerful demeanor. Behind every adventure is a local reality, economic challenges, worries about education, and the constant effort to provide a better future for their children. The high cost of living, rising prices, and limited opportunities make daily life a balancing act for many families. It's easy to see only the beauty, but real connection comes from asking deeper questions. When we pause to listen, we discover stories of hope, perseverance, and dreams for the future. The real story of Nepal is found in the lives of its people, not just its mountains. Their creativity, hard work, and traditions shape the country's true identity. If we want to truly connect, we must look beyond the surface. We need to listen, to learn, and to appreciate the complexity of life here. We need to be curious, to see the joys and the struggles. Only then can we understand the full tapestry of Nepalese life. Nepal's story is richer and more complex than any postcard. It's a place of contrasts, of breathtaking beauty and quiet endurance. Let's bridge the gap between the tourist experience and local reality. By engaging with the people and their stories, we become part of something more meaningful. That's where the real Nepal lives, in the hearts, hopes, and everyday moments of its people. Beneath the majestic peaks, millions of Nepalis struggle with poverty. Many live on just a few dollars a day, farmers on terraced hills, laborers in Kathmandu, families in makeshift homes. Migration to cities is common, but jobs are scarce and often insecure. I met Sita, who sells vegetables by the roadside. When her husband is sick or the rains spoil her produce, they have nothing. Her story is shared by millions, balancing on the edge of financial ruin. The 2015 earthquake made things worse, destroying homes and livelihoods. While the world saw collapsed temples, the long-term human cost was immense. Many rural families lost everything and still live in temporary shelters. Poverty here is a quiet crisis, persisting long after the headlines fade. It's a reality hidden behind Nepal's famous beauty. To understand Nepal, we must see the hardship as well as the hope. This is the side of Nepal that rarely makes it into the travel guides. Arriving in Kathmandu, the first thing you notice isn't the mountains, it's the air. A thick haze hangs over the city, making Kathmandu's air quality among the world's worst. Pollution comes from old vehicles, endless construction, and brick kilns. It's a public health crisis. Respiratory illnesses are rising, especially among children and the elderly. Face masks are everywhere, not for fashion, but survival. The city's rapid, unplanned growth is suffocating its ancient beauty. The Bagmati River, once sacred, is now choked with pollution. Citizens organize cleanups, but the scale of the problem is overwhelming. Environmental challenges threaten both heritage and health. Nepal's progress comes at a cost, visible in every breath. This is the other side of Kathmandu, one that demands urgent attention. Trekking into Nepal's mountains, you find villages clinging to hillsides, seemingly untouched by time. The air is crisp, and the silence is broken only by the distant sound of bells or laughter echoing through the valleys. These settlements, perched on steep slopes, are a world away from the bustle of city life. Life here is simple, resilient, and deeply communal, but also incredibly hard. Every day, villagers rise with the sun to tend to their fields, gather firewood, and share meals together. Community bonds are strong, forged by shared challenges and traditions passed down through generations. Basic services are scarce. Schools and clinics can be hours away on foot. Children often walk long distances along narrow, winding trails just to reach their classrooms, while families must plan entire days around visits to the nearest health post. I met a teacher who walks 3 hours daily to reach his students, crossing rivers and climbing steep paths driven by a passion to educate the next generation, and a nurse making impossible choices with limited supplies, doing her best to care for everyone who comes through the door, no matter how dire the situation. Healthcare is a constant challenge. Serious illness can mean a day-long journey to help. In emergencies, villagers carry patients on makeshift stretchers, braving rough terrain and unpredictable weather. Many young people leave for cities or abroad, seeking work to support families back home. Their journeys are filled with hope, but also uncertainty and sacrifice. Their absence leaves villages with only the elderly and children, who must shoulder the responsibilities of daily life and keep traditions alive. Empty houses and fading traditions are a common sight, as migration slowly transforms the landscape and the rhythm of village life. Migration brings money, but it also erodes the social fabric. Remittances help families survive, but the cost is often a sense of loss and longing for those who have left. The traditional way of life is under strain, stretched to its limits by modern pressures and the lure of opportunities elsewhere. These villages are beautiful, but their struggles are real. The breathtaking scenery hides stories of perseverance, sacrifice, and quiet determination. The story of rural Nepal is one of endurance and change, where old and young work side by side to adapt and survive. To see the real Nepal, you must look beyond the scenery. It's found in the faces of those who remain, in their laughter, their struggles, and their unwavering hope. Here, hardship and hope live side by side, shaping a way of life that is as enduring as the mountains themselves. Tourism is vital to Nepal's economy, creating jobs and opportunities in even the most remote areas. It funds education, healthcare, and better living standards. But this reliance is a double-edged Kumari, the famous Nepali knife. Popular trekking routes strain fragile environments. Deforestation and waste are growing problems, Cultural shifts follow as young people turn from tradition to tourism. The pandemic exposed the risks. When travel stopped, incomes vanished overnight. I met a guide who had to sell his land to survive. Tourism can bring prosperity, but it must be managed carefully. Nepal can't put all its hopes in one basket. The challenge is to balance growth with sustainability. The future depends on protecting what makes Nepal unique. Despite the challenges, Nepal's greatest strength is its people. Across the country, local heroes are driving change from the ground up. In Kathmandu, youth groups tackle waste, turning plastic into new products and green jobs. Community-led river cleanups show a deep commitment to restoring heritage. In rural areas, community forestry projects have reversed deforestation and created sustainable incomes. Villages are taking control of tourism, running their own guest houses and homestays. This keeps money local and offers visitors authentic experiences. These initiatives empower communities to shape their own future. Change is happening, not from outside, but from within. These stories of resilience and innovation give hope for Nepal's future. The real heroes are the people building a better tomorrow. Seeing Nepal's beauty and struggles changes how we travel. We have a responsibility to be mindful, not just consumers of experiences. Support local guides and businesses, ensuring fair wages and community benefit. Be conscious of your waste, avoid single-use plastics, and carry out what you bring in. Simple choices, like reusable bottles, make a big difference. Be curious, talk to people, learn about their lives, and listen with an open heart. Learn a few words of Nepali. Small gestures of respect go a long way. Dress modestly. Ask before taking photos, and remember, you're a guest. Mindful travel is about connection and empathy. The person carrying your bag has dreams, just like you. By traveling with awareness, we can make tourism a force for good. The real Nepal is found in its people, not just its peaks. Let's travel in a way that honors both. We've explored Nepal's heights and depths, its beauty, its struggles, and its resilience. The real Nepal is complex, contradictory, and deeply human. Every story matters: the guide, the farmer, the activist, the mother. By listening, we become more than tourists. We become witnesses. What we do with this knowledge is what counts. Travel should be about more than sightseeing, it's about understanding. There are more stories to tell, more realities to discover. Your curiosity and compassion make a difference. Thank you for joining this journey. Our adventure continues. The real world awaits, in all its beautiful complexity.